Okay, so in previous lecture, I had told to you some words related to animal kingdom. You have to remember the few names again: Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminths, Nemathelminths, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata. So these all are invertebrates. Then Hemichordata, it's a connecting link between non-chordates and chordates. And chordata, three groups are there: Cephalochordata, Urochordata, and Vertebrata. And Vertebrata, in that you know the jaw-containing fish known as cartilaginous fish and bony fish, and jaw-less fish known as Cyclostomata. Amphibian, reptiles, aves and mammals are different groups. Okay, fine. Now let's see the basis of animal classification. See, first is this: level of organization. Level of organization means body is made up of what? Barabar? Sometimes we say that the body is made up of only cell or tissue or organ, like that. So here, according to the names I had given earlier, we will classify these animals. Body of organ, level of organization. Here few groups are there. So here, cellular level of organization, means body is made up of cells. Okay, example: Protista, Porifera. Here, see, one thing I want to tell you, the important point: Protista are unicellular, while Porifera are multicellular. But no tissue organization. One thing I want to clear this: cellular level of organization means the body is made up of cells only. Here, the body is made up of cells. We say that you either unicellular or multicellular. So you know that Protista are first unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Okay, and Porifera are multicellular, but you know that the group of the cells join together to form the tissue, but here tissues are absent. Okay, then B, cellular level. Next, tissue level of organization. As you know, body is made up of tissue. So I had told to you the names. Please, you have to remember in sequential manner. તમારે સિક્વન્સ બ્રેક નથી કરવાની. ઓકે, જે મેં તમને પોરીફેરા ટુ મેમલ્સ જે મેં તમને વર્ડ્સ કીધા છે, યુ હેવ ટુ રિમેમ્બર ધીસ ઓલ. સો એક્ઝામ્પલ, સિલેન્ટેરાટા. Silenterata, the body is made up of tissue. Then organ level of organization. You know that the group of the cells to form the tissue. So the group of the tissue form the organ. So organ system, organ level of organization, the body is made up of organ. Just for example here, after two Silenterata, you know that platyhelminths are there. Okay, then D. Organ system, level of organization, body is made up of organ system. Okay, you know that after platyhelminths, nemathelminths are there. Nematoda. Nemathelminths 2. Vertebrata. Last of this animal kingdom, Vertebrata. Fine. So from nemathelminths to Vertebrata up to mammals, organ system level of organization is there. Fine. So this is the level of organization. Now in explanation I will tell you that there is terminological words: cellular level of organization, organ system level of organization. Just we say like this few words. Fine. Okay, now digestive system. Second feature, Here, two types of digestive system. First is incomplete. Incomplete means see, incomplete digestive system means open at one end only. On the body, one end is open. Okay, so here the open end is known as mouth, and it also acts as an anus. So mouth and anus are same. So for that we prescribe this word incomplete digestive system. Second is complete digestive system. Complete digestive system means open at two ends. One end acts as mouth and other end acts as anus. Similarly to like us. Complete digestive tract. One end that is mouth and another end that is anus. Okay, so two words are there: incomplete digestive system and complete digestive system. Fine. Now, circulatory system. Please understand this properly. Circulatory system is very, very important here. Here, circulatory system is also of two types: open and closed. Okay, fine, let's see. Open in that first point, see, this is the most important one. We have not discussed yet right now that at the end of the circulatory system, see, we have major artery. Major artery is converted into small artery. Artery is converted into arteriole, and arteriole converted into the very, very fine, the very, very minute blood capillaries. So open circulatory system has no blood capillaries. See, in human body, the material will be exchanged at the blood capillary level only. Okay, so in open type of circulatory system, blood capillaries are absent. Here close in that blood capillaries are present. Open type, blood filled cavity is known as hemocele is present. Here it is absent. Okay, let's see, understand this properly. Blood filled cavity is present. Here the blood is filled in whole body. And third point, you see that, understand it properly. Now you get this point. Body organs are floated in blood. In open type of circulatory system, the body organs are float in the blood. Blood में swimming करता है. And here body organs are covered by complex capillary network. When you see the organ, the very complex capillary network is surrounded to the whole organ. Okay, so here body organs are floated in the blood. Body organs are covered by complex capillary network. The chart is continued here. Now I will draw the diagram. The difference is continued here. At this side I will draw the diagram of open circulatory system, and here closed type. See here, two diagrams are there. This is of open type. See, here in open type and closed type, this is the heart. Here this is the same like heart. Fine. See, now here, see the arrows. This is known as artery. This is also known as artery. And this is known as vein. See, here in open type of circulatory system, blood capillaries are not present. Artery is converted into arteriole, circulatory system is over. And this is known as hemocele. Okay, and here the artery it is divided into capillaries, and here these are the capillaries of the vein, and this is known as anastomosis. Anastomosis means the capillaries of the artery joined to the capillary of the vein is known as anastomosis. So here this is the diagram of open circulatory system, and here this is the diagram of closed circulatory system. Now I will continue with the remaining points. Third is here, so now I will continue with the fourth. Unidirectional blood flow. See, what do you mean by unidirectional? Here from the heart, both the side arteries are there. From the heart through the artery, the blood is coming here. And now here you see that this is the heart. So from the heart, artery carry the blood away from the heart, and then vein carries blood towards the heart. So here unidirectional flow, while we say that here cyclic flow of blood. Okay, we say that cyclic flow of blood. So here from heart to the artery to the organ through vein towards the heart, and here from the artery the blood comes towards the hemocele. Fifth point, blood pressure is low and irregular. Open circulatory system consisting animals cannot consist that much high blood pressure. So blood pressure is low and regular. Whereas in closed type, blood pressure is high and regular. Just like us, we have high blood pressure but regular blood pressure. That I will tell you in circulatory system chapter. Sixth point, blood amount is high, not fixed. એનિમલમાં કેટલું બ્લડ છે એ ફિક્સ નથી, and amount is high, while in closed type blood amount is less and fixed according to the animal, just like us. In human being, Males consist 5 to 6 liter blood, females consist 4 to 5 liter blood. That is fixed. Open type of circulatory system. Now here the seventh is an example. Grasshopper, all insects. Arthropoda, grasshopper, all the insects. We say that cockroach is also here. Arthropoda, cockroach. Okay, so it consists open type of circulatory system, and here example earthworm, majority of all the organisms consisting vertebrata, chordata, like that. So here this is of about circulatory system. Fine. So here please understand this open and closed type perfectly. Here the diagrammatic representation, here the difference is given there majority. Fine. So here the three features we have discussed with this: level of organization, digestive system, and circulatory system. So after taking the types of the circulatory system, now continue with the symmetry. See, symmetry means we divide the body into same parts, or sometime some animals consist the shape of the body in such a way that we divide the body into same half parts, or sometimes we have to radially divide it. Let me explain this. And some animals cannot consist the same body division. So here, according to the symmetry, there are three types of animals. First, bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry means body is divided into right and left half of the body. Into same parts. Just for example, butterfly. So here, but one important word I missed, that by one axis. With the help of one axis only. with the help of one line we can divide the body of the animal into two same half right side and half left side. So this is known as bilateral symmetry. Okay, according to the shape of the body of an organism, we will assume that, fine, bilateral symmetry. Next, radial symmetry. Body of an organism can be divided into same parts radially. Suppose example, one animal is there. Okay, let me tell you first the example of it. Example, starfish. See, you know that. Assume that if you know or if you had seen the photo of the starfish. So, in this way. Okay. So, with the help of so many axes, more than one axis, we can divide the body of an animal into same parts. This is known as radial symmetry. So, radially, we can divide the animal into same 5 parts that we will see in the starfish. Okay. Now, the third is asymmetry. The body of an organism cannot divided into same parts by taking one or more than one axis. The body of an organism cannot be divided into same half parts at all, at any manner. If you take one axis or more than one axis, so we can divide the animal into two same half parts by one axis. We say that it is bilateral symmetry. Radially, we divide the animal into same half parts. Okay, this is known as radial symmetry. And the body cannot be divided into same parts by taking one or more axes, known as asymmetry. Example, all the sponges. Okay, so this is symmetry. Now the next feature show level of organization, type of digestive system, type of circulatory system, and type of symmetry. Okay, these 4 topics are now here clear from my side. After symmetry, now the last topic, dermic layers, or you know that you say that embryonic layers. Okay, Here only two words are there. Diploblastic. According to the name given here, body is made up from two embryonic layers. Just for example, here these are ectoderm, that is outside, and endoderm, that is inside. So some organisms body is made up from two layers, outside ectoderm and endoderm. Yes, here you are right that here mesoderm is there, but mesoderm is acellular here, means no cells are there in mesoderm, is known as mesoglia. This is the most important one. Okay, and second one, you know that triploblastic. So triploblastic means the body is made up of three embryonic layers. Yes, now I hope you understand this. Triploblastic means the body is made up of three embryonic layers, outside ectoderm, inside endoderm, and middle one, that is mesoderm. So the body is made up of three layers. Let's see. Body is made up of three embryonic layers. Outside ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and inside endoderm. Okay, so here these few words are there. I hope you understand these terminological words.